retreats. You have monastics come on retreat here, but you also have lay people.
Right.
I mean, you can describe your retreats if you like, that would be fine. But my question is, how important are retreats, especially for lay people, but also monastics?
Okay.
And what's the point?
What's the point of a retreat?
Right.
Okay. A retreat, you have to ask, what are we retreating from? We're retreating from ignorance, anger, attachment, and self-centered mind. Okay? That's what we're really retreating from. Now, to do that, we have to set up an environment that is conducive to help us retreat from our ignorance, anger, attachment, and self-centeredness. Okay? So that's why retreats are structured in a certain way. So for example, the retreats I lead, we keep silence. We have a daily schedule, you know, and everybody's expected to come to the sessions. Yeah, we have a particular practice that we do. We check in with the teacher once in a while about how we're doing on that practice. So the environment is structured in order to help us do the intensive practice that will lead us to lessen our ignorance, anger, attachment, and self-centeredness, and develop love and compassion and generosity and ethical conduct and fortitude and all sorts of good qualities. Okay? What I see in American Buddhism, this is a very broad generality, is for lay people, there are basically two situations available. One is you're living in the city at home with your crazy American life, you know, where you have to work overtime and you have your mortgage payments and you have your kids and everything else, and you try and get to a Buddhist center once or twice a week to hear teachings or to sit. Okay, so that's one opportunity available for lay people. The other opportunity is you go on retreat and you pay your money and then people totally take care of you. You don't have to cook, maybe you have to chop a few vegetables and wash the floor, but maybe some retreat centers, if you pay more, you don't even have to do that. You keep silence and you don't do anything but meditate and do what you want to do during the break time. And so those seem to be the two main alternatives for Western lay practitioners. Okay? What a monastery is about is our daily life is somewhere in between those. You know, and this is what we can make available not only for monastics but also for lay people who want to come and participate at Sravasti Abbey. So, for example, we have a strict daily schedule. We have meditation morning and evening. We have teachings. We have study time. We have formal meals. We do recitations and prayers and chanting before meals, after meals, different things for different meals. We have an ethical code of conduct. We offer service. That's what we call work, but we call it offering service because you don't get paid. Yeah, your motivation is to do it to benefit the community, benefit the Buddha Dharma, benefit sentient beings, so that your whole life here, even if you're offering service, is imbued with the Dharma. Okay, and our whole community way of life is imbued with the Dharma. And that's something that I really try and emphasize here. Even your relationships with people, because of course things come up between people. We're all human beings, you know. And so people disagree and they don't like what somebody did and somebody sleeps in and doesn't come to meditation and, you know, I mean, everything happens, okay? But we try and help each other because we all know that we're working on our mind together, okay? And so we really focus on helping each other. And so this whole container, which is the Abbey life 24/7, is a very different thing than what is available to lay practitioners, which is either a Dharma center with your crazy life in the city or retreat where you pay your money and then you can kind of get what you want. or you're, you know, or you're well taken care of. Yeah. So here, our normal lifestyle is really imbued with the Dharma, and we're serving and we're, you know, doing all sorts of things and studying and teaching and practicing. And then at the Abbey, in the winter for 3 months, we close the Abbey and we just have retreat. And so if there's lay people who want to come join us for retreat, they're very welcome to. But we don't have in and out traffic with people coming as visitors. If you're here to do retreat. And it's wonderful because it snows and it's quiet and you don't want to do anything else but meditate and study. So it's great, you know. And then in the other seasons, we have shorter retreats. You know, you might have a weekend retreat, you might have a week-long retreat, something like that. Those shorter retreats, I usually include more teaching in those than in the 3-month retreat. Because in the 3-month retreat, you really want to go deep in your own meditation. And so you have to train before the retreat starts to be prepared to do the retreat. Whereas the shorter retreats, people are coming often just to get a taste of Buddhism or to hear some teachings, do a little bit more intense practice. So those shorter retreats are structured a little bit different. But I insist on silence during all the retreats because I think that's really important for people.
24/7?
Yeah. Well, except sometimes we'll have discussion group. Yeah. And I think that can be very helpful.
So talking is scheduled if it's
yes.
on the schedule.
Right.